This is the health monitoring IoT system using wearable devices, the ESW project provided by Team 28. The problem statement that we aim to address is that we aim to build an IoT-based health monitoring system which has the capability of measuring various vitals of the people. It has the ability to upload data on 1M2M as well as ThingSpeak. It provides security and integrity of the data that is being uploaded. It provides web app-based option to access data and performs analytics and other functionalities. The block diagram or the system design of the project is as follows. It has a IoT device connected to the 1M2M server or the ThingSpeak server via local internet connection. There is a backend server connected to a web application, and it downloads data from 1M2M for ML, analytics, and big data collection purposes. The circuit diagram of the device is as follows. So it has all the sensors connected to the respective VCC and GND of the board. It has SD, SD, SCL pins of temperature and BP connected to SD and SCL of ESP. The SIG pin of GSR is connected to GPIO 34, and MFIO RST pins are connected to GPIO 5 and 4 of ESP 32. The port flow chart of the sensor device is as follows, where it first tries to repeatedly establish connection with the Wi-Fi, then it repeatedly tries to scan and establish connection with all the sensors, then it takes readings from the sensors. After that, it checks if there are any message requests from the Telegram feature, which we will discuss later. It will show the readings on the LCD. It will then connect to the 1M2M cloud services, try to encrypt the data. It will encrypt the data, take the data as hash, and upload the data on 1M2M. Then it will post the data on ThingSpeak, and if everything goes executes successfully, it will repeat the process all over again. For the web app, the code flow chart goes as follows. A user does a one-time addition of personal information on the web app. After that, he opens the dashboard and enters password once per session to get real-time data from backend. After that, the process is repeated 5 times, which is we use the key provided by user to decrypt data. We save the retrieved data on database. We prepare a response using the data retrieved and the ML prediction done on the data, and we display that to the front-end dashboard. The dashboard has 2 sections. One is the personal info section, which can be seen here. This is used for updating users' personal information. The details are required for ML prediction, and the web page does client and server communication once. The second screen consists displaying of all the data. It has real-time updation of information every 5 seconds, ML prediction of COVID monitoring for COVID monitoring and panic attacks, and user has to enter the password or the key in the text box provided below to access his or her details. As far as the 1M2M implementation goes, we store the readings in 1M2M in encrypted format, which is later accessed in the backend. Because 1M2M is a third-party cloud service which cannot be trusted with unencrypted data. We use HTTPS, like secure client HTTPS connection. Further, we use POST and GET APIs for storing and retrieving data. Verification of 1M2M data has been extensively done using the Postman app, and hierarchy of the data stored is as follows: /team28/node1/data. And inside this, all the data instances are stored in encrypted format. The data flow, once again, as shown here, is that sensors retrieve data, it encrypts the data and uploads it along with its hash on the 1M2M server, from where the data is retrieved in encrypted format along with its hash by the backend and decrypted using the key provided by the user. So after this, we come to the security implementation. For the security implementation encryption section, we use symmetric key encryption technique. We are allocating a key for each IoT device. The key is used for encrypting the data before uploading the server. Further, this key is entered in the front end for the user by the user for retrieval of the data. If the key is correct, data decryption is successful and retrieved data is sent to the front end. The data is secure and privacy is maintained because data storage is done in encrypted format. All data communications over internet is done after encryption, so packet sniffing is not feasible. The key storage is done only on device, so encryption is free from any kind of network attack. We maintain data integrity by using hashing. For this, what we do is we upload the encrypted data along with the hash of it. While downloading the data on backend, we download the data and check its hash against the stored hash. If the hash matches, then decryption process is correct. If hash does not match, it is either because of bit problems like bit flipping or packet loss or incorrect keys or the malicious behavior from 1M2M side. Further, we have provided analytics and functionalities, some of which are panic attack alert. We use observations from GSR and blood pressure, pulse rate, etc., to give an early alert on panic attacks that can be faced by the wearer of the smartwatch. Other than that, we have real-time visualizations and plottings of data that is provided by ThingSpeak. Also, since there is limited capacity of storage in 1M2M servers, we are providing storage services on backend itself for the data, which can store huge volumes of data. Other than this, one of the better applications of the product is in ML. We are using ML model for COVID prediction in the backend to predict the COVID status of the user of the wearable watch. It takes input parameters like age, gender, systolic and diastolic BP, etc., while predicting if the patient is suffering from COVID-19. So far, the model has been tested against the testing data available, and it has 94% accuracy. The robustness of the system is through the battery shield for ESP32 power supply. We plan to use a 18650 lithium-ion battery when the device is deployed. The data collection and experimentation section also has a Telegram bot for addressing the details and readings of the health monitoring IoT device. This is for the purpose of remote access of data even when the actual server is offline. So the Telegram bot can be accessed through the link that is shown in the screen. Some of the challenges that we faced were loose connections to the sensors, because of which we had to use various error rectification techniques such as averaging, filtering, etc. But still, some sensors like BP were giving wrong readings even after that. Another problem we faced was to establish HTTPS connections on different endpoints from, like, for example, from the sensor device to 1M2M or from the backend to the front end, etc. Other challenges were on the sensor device code end, where client.insecure function was, we spent an enormous amount of time in debugging a functionality which was provided by client.insecure. And another problem that we faced was to select a good ML model. Some of the ML models used for predicting for COVID positive were either less accurate or were not working well enough because of data mismatch. So it was also challenging to find a good model which checked all the boxes. The timeline of the project is as shown in on the screen. Thank you for your time.